Even as the ship called the fight against corruption in Kenya continues to sail into uncharted waters, waters where this ship has never been before, many Kenyans are still skeptical. Many are saying President Uhuru Kenyatta is just pretending. He's play acting. They know him very well. Nothing has changed and nothing will change. Well, everybody is allowed to have their own opinion. It's a democratic right. Even if that opinion is based more on emotion than facts on the ground, it's still allowed. You know what is happening in Kenya is like neighbors of a couple that is always fighting. So one day the fight begins, and it seems that the fight this time is more serious than before, but people just dismiss. They say, no, those people are fighting every day. And then people hear very loud gunshots, and they still dismiss. They have turned on the TV too loudly. This TV sometimes, it's a gangster movie they're watching. Those are not real gunshots. And then they see blood seeping from outside their door, and still they dismiss. It's probably mtoto alimwaga tomato sauce. Or even better, they slaughtered a chicken and they're pouring the blood under the door. They're trying to fool us. What we know is that it's nothing serious. It's a usual fight. And we are sticking to that. Well, that is still okay by me. But for those who want to know the facts, let me update you. All bank accounts linked to former Nairobi Governor Evans Kidero have been frozen. This is a first. It has never ever happened in Kenya before. There are a number of other accounts which have been frozen, including that of Lillian Omolo, former PS, who's facing charges related to corruption within the NYS. The Ngirita family accounts have been frozen. The asset recovery arm of government has already impounded quite a lot of assets, suspected to have been obtained using corruption money. But let us go back to the Kidero case for a minute, okay? What are the consequences? What is the impact of freezing the accounts of one Evans Kidero? Well, for starters, it means that his businesses are crippled. He will not be able to do business until this trial ends, until his case ends. And he is found not guilty, if that is the verdict that will come through, as some people are predicting. Otherwise, if he's convicted, then the most likely thing that will happen is that these funds will revert to the public. Now let us look at another more devastating effect that affects more people. And maybe I'll start by asking you a question. What would you do if you are doing business with this individual? Any business, even if you're supplying him toilet paper, it doesn't matter. Well, the answer is simple. You would try your best to put as much distance between yourself and the said individual. You don't want to get into trouble with the law. You don't want to be picked up to be questioned, and to be asked what your link is. What your said association with the said individual is. You don't want that. Nobody wants that. But let us take a purely fictional example. Let us assume that you're involved in activities that are not very legal, earning large amounts of money from an activity that the government would frown upon. Now, in my latest Club 1999 video, which was posted last week, there is an inside story that will shock you. There's an inside story that is linked to this possibility. You can use the email address you see on your screens right now to join Club 1999 and get hold of this highly sensitive information. Anyway, the long and short of what I'm saying is that the freezing of the accounts of Bwana Kidero has affected very many senior and very powerful people in the country called Kenya. Because it is common knowledge, Kidero was not dealing with people from Gorogosho. No way. He was not dealing with people from Kibera slums. No way. He was dealing and associating with some of the biggest, most powerful, untouchable people in the country. And that is a fact that cannot be disputed. Now, before I go, there's something else very interesting happening linked to these cases. Okay? Security around the DPP and the DCI, senior detectives and prosecutors, has been beefed up considerably. It seems the government is not taking any chances that some of the big, very powerful people that have been arraigned in court and others who fear that they may appear in court anytime soon may try to harm these people at the forefront of the fight against corruption in Kenya. And there's more. There's a very high number of witnesses in some of these corruption cases who have been placed under state security. They have been placed under the protection of the Witness Protection Agency in the country. That means they are no longer accessible. Yeah, you can't find them. Now let me say something that I do not believe in a minute. Something that I believe is not true. But still, let me say it to make some of us happy. This is just play acting. Nothing will happen. This is play acting at an advanced level to convince Kenyans that things have changed. The government, which we all know is very low on funds, is spending a lot of public money, making a Hollywood movie on behalf of the Kenyan people. I don't even think a hungry crocodile on the Tana River in Kenya would swallow that. Until next time, this is Kshs, Kumekucha.